The warning arrived in the quietest way possible. An empty transmission drifting past Pluto's orbit, repeating the same phrase in a cracked, shaking voice. Don't enter Sol. Turn back. Humanity isn't what you think. No one knew where it came from. No ship signature. No beacon. Just a frightened whisper swallowed by static. Commander Lyra Vex of the Zyran Expeditionary Fleet listened to it 3 times. By the 4th, she shut it off. Probably a trap, she muttered. Her second officer, Terran, folded his arms tightly. A nervous habit he never admitted to. Or a warning, he said quietly. Their fleet, 100 vessels strong, drifted toward the edge of the solar system, blue engines lighting the dark. They expected resistance. Maybe a human patrol ship. Maybe nothing at all. Humanity had been silent for decades, refusing every diplomatic call, every request for communication. But no one expected emptiness. No satellites, no outposts, no border guards, just an abandoned perimeter like a house with the front door wide open. It feels wrong, Terran whispered. Lyra didn't disagree. She felt the same slow, cold pressure in her chest, like someone watching them from behind a closed door. The fleet slowed near Neptune. A thin fog of metallic dust floated there, too intentional to be natural. Scan it, she ordered. The sensors flickered, then died. Every screen went black for 2 seconds. When they came back on, the dust was gone. Terran swallowed hard. Commander, what if the transmission was real? Lyra kept her voice steady. Then we stay sharp. But deep inside, she felt an old instinct rise, fear. Not of battle, but of something smarter. Something waiting. Their ships continued forward, engines humming. None of them noticed the faint ripple behind them, like the fabric of space pulling itself closed. The first disappearance happened near Uranus. The scout ship Ravelin drifted ahead of the main fleet. It reported normal readings, calm space, and no sign of human presence. Its last message was routine, just a simple check-in. Then it went silent. Not destroyed, not damaged, not even a distress signal. Just gone. Terran paced the command deck, tapping his fingers against his side as he always did when he was trying not to panic. Ships don't vanish in empty space, he whispered. Lyra didn't respond. She stared at the dark glass of the observation window, watching their formation tighten as unease spread through the bridge. Recall all scouts, she ordered. No more solo flights. A murmur of relief moved through the crew. But an hour later, another ship vanished. This one had been flying in formation. One moment it was on the sensors. The next it wasn't. Jump anomaly? Someone asked. No, Lyra said slowly. If they jumped, we'd see the wake. Then where did they go? No one had an answer. A cold whisper passed through the crew. Maybe humans were here already. Lyra refused the idea. Humanity hadn't shown its face in decades. The last known human vessel was a battered research ship seen drifting near Alpha Cygnus. Its crew gone, but its systems strangely encrypted. After that, humans became myth. But tonight felt different. The lights dimmed for a breath. A soft hum vibrated through the deck plates. Terran froze. Did you feel that? Yes. A moment later, all external cameras flickered. Static. Half a second of a blurred shadow. Then normal. Replay that frame, Lyra said. The technician swallowed. Commander, there is no frame. The system says it didn't record anything. A soft chill settled over the bridge. Whatever was watching them didn't want to be seen. The fleet held its breath when the human signal finally arrived. It wasn't a message. It wasn't a threat. It was a sound. A deep, rhythmic pulse that felt less like communication and more like breathing. Every ship received it simultaneously, the same slow, steady vibration running through the hulls. Terran stepped back from the console. This isn't natural. It's like the signal is inside the metal. Lyra tried to mask her unease. Can we trace it? We tried, the technician said, voice trembling. It doesn't come from a location. It comes from every direction at once. The pulse grew louder, deeper. Then it shifted, slowly forming something resembling a voice. A human voice. Leave. Just one word. Not shouted. Not angry. Almost tired. Lyra's heart tightened. Open a channel. But when they tried to respond, the communication system refused to activate. Not broken, just locked. As if someone else held the controls. Why can't we send? Terran asked. The tech's eyes went wide. Commander, we don't have priority control anymore. The bridge fell silent. Not even the hum of the engines felt normal anymore. Everything felt occupied. Then, out of the darkness beyond Saturn, something moved. Not a ship. Not a fleet. Just a shape. Too large to make sense. Drifting like a mountain torn from a planet's core. The sensors registered nothing. Visual screens caught only its outline when light hit its sharp edges. Is that human? Someone whispered. It didn't look alien. It didn't look mechanical either. It looked awake. Terran exhaled slowly. That thing has been here the whole time. Lyra finally understood. The humans hadn't abandoned the Sol system. They had simply stopped answering calls. Because they didn't need to talk. They were already watching. The shape near Saturn began to drift, slow and deliberate, like something stretching after a long sleep. The Zyran fleet pulled back in formation, weapons warming but not firing. No one dared break the silence. Rotate frontal shields, Lyra ordered softly. No aggression. Terran leaned closer. Do you think it's alive? I don't know, she whispered. But it sees us. The massive silhouette shifted again, then broke apart into smaller fragments. At first it looked like debris, but then the pieces moved with clear intent, forming a ring around the fleet. Perfect circle. A cage. They're positioning around us, Terran said. His voice had lost its usual calm. The fragments glowed faintly, thin lines of red like cracks in cooled lava. The glow pulsed in sync with the breathing-like signal. Commander, a technician whispered. We're inside their field. What kind of field? The answer came in the form of a sudden silence. Every engine in the fleet shut down. Lights flickered, then steadied at half power. Emergency systems stayed online, but propulsion, navigation, and weapons all fell to zero. They've locked us, Terran said. He tried to sound analytical but couldn't hide the fear. Lyra gripped the railing, knuckles whitening. Run diagnostics. It's not us, the tech said. It's not a malfunction. Something outside is controlling every system we have. Then the human voice returned. Last warning. Leave. Lyra swallowed hard. We can't leave. You've disabled us. The voice didn't argue. It simply said, You shouldn't have come. The fragments around them began to brighten. First a little, then more, then so bright they cast long shadows across the decks. Terran stepped closer to Lyra. They aren't threatening us. No, she whispered. They're preparing something. She had no idea what, but she finally realized one thing. Humans didn't need ships to fight. The ring around the fleet tightened. Not physically. Space itself bent inward, folding like a sheet being pulled from all sides. The Zyran ships groaned under the pressure, metal creaking as if the universe itself was trying to crush them. Terran clung to a support beam. This isn't technology. This is something else. Lyra forced her voice steady. Stabilizers. Non-responsive. Thrusters. Dead. Anything? Nothing, Commander. The pressure increased. Then one of the Zyran cruisers flickered. Not exploded. Not imploded. Just flickered like a candle in the wind. And vanished. No, Terran whispered. They're erasing ships. Another cruiser flickered. And another. Gone without light, without debris, without sound. Like they were being removed from existence. Stop! Lyra shouted at the empty air. We surrender. Just talk to us. The human voice finally returned, soft and almost regretful. We don't want war. Then let us leave. You were warned. The ring brightened again. More ships flickered out. Terran's voice broke. Lyra, they're not killing us. What do you mean? They're moving us. To where? He shook his head. I don't think humans move things somewhere. I think they move things nowhere. Her breath caught. A deletion. The voice spoke again. Your people are not our enemy, but your leaders sent you here to test us. Lyra felt heat rise in her chest. Anger mixed with bitter understanding. They had been used. Please, she whispered. Let my crew live. A long silence filled the bridge. Then the glow softened. The pressure vanished. And for the first time, Lyra felt the presence behind the voice. Not cruel. Not hateful. Just tired. Go home. Do not return. The surviving ships jolted as their systems came back online. But only 12 remained. The rest had been erased from the universe. The damaged fleet limped past Jupiter, engines barely holding. Survivors whispered to each other in trembling voices, unsure whether they were lucky or cursed. Terran sat beside Lyra on the command deck, hands still shaking. What will we tell them? The truth, she said quietly. No one will believe us. She gave a tired smile. They will when the others don't come home. Outside the viewport, Jupiter's swirling storms faded as the fleet accelerated toward deep space. But before they cleared the system, a final transmission arrived. This time, it wasn't a warning. It was a recording. A human man appeared, face weathered, eyes calm, beard speckled with gray. He looked more like a farmer than a cosmic threat. My name is Elias Ward, he said. If you are watching this, you came into our home without asking. His voice held no anger, just a quiet, steady certainty. We are not your enemy, but we will protect what is ours. Humanity learned long ago that talking doesn't always keep danger away. So we built other solutions. Terran whispered. He means that thing around Saturn. Elias continued. Leave us be. Grow your worlds. Build your futures. But do not come here again. We want peace. More than you know. He paused. But you will not survive a second visit. The screen faded. Lyra exhaled a long, shaking breath. He didn't need to threaten us. We already understand. The fleet crossed Neptune's orbit. Space opened before them, dark and quiet. Terran glanced back at the shrinking glow of the Sol system. Do you think humans will ever come out again? Lyra shook her head. I think humans only come out when the universe forces them. And if it does? She looked ahead. Then God help whoever forced them. The surviving ships disappeared into the stars. None ever returned.